Welcome to Dose with Grace. I hope you're doing well and taking very good care of yourselves. First of all, a very happy Lori, Makar Sankranti, Ugadi, and Pongal to all of you. I belong to North India, so for us, Lori and Makar Sankranti were the main festivals. But I do have friends who very happily shared their celebrations of Pongal and Ugadi. So I hope in these festive times you really enjoyed your time with your loved ones, remembering God and bringing back the positive spiritual cheer into your lives. Taking off from the last time, where we did talk about every saint has a past and every sinner has a future. We did learn about um, the story of Valmiki ji, now a Maharishi. But back then, before he became the Maharishi, who he was and how the transformation in his life happened. They say the name of Ram itself is a Bijakshar that transforms something within our own anatomy because it's a cosmic mantra. To know more about mantras, maybe some other video. But today, I'm so happy and excited to share with you something so pertinent and so contemporary that has personally been my learning, and I'm so happy to bring it up to all of you. Often, when I'm putting these videos, a question comes to my mind, which I feel could be a question that must be coming to your mind too. That why is Aarti making these videos on sometimes Mahabharat, sometimes Ramayan, whereas I can do videos on so many other things in life? And why at this age, according to the general perception, the age of bhakti is probably after 60, 70 years of your life. So in this ripe age of 30s, why did I start learning Bhagwat Gita? Why did I start taking interest in the lessons and go deeper into the understanding and the meaning behind what each shloka meant in Bhagwat Gita? And then finally trying to put that all together last year and serve it in the best form possible I could do based on my level of understanding. And this year, I'm so excited to start this journey of Ramayan with you. But why this interest? Is something really wrong happening in my life that I'm going so much towards the spiritual journey? Or am I so free that I just want to do it for self-loathing? Or is it something that there is a purpose behind, which I'm not sharing? Is there a vested interest behind? Well, it is neither A nor B nor C. It is because I have really felt the significance, I really felt the strength, I really felt the clarity these scriptures bring into my life. Last year, 2024, was a year of change. If I have to sum that year up, for probably most of us, or maybe if I'm not wrong, for all of us, and definitely personally for me, it would be change. Well, you can call change as good or bad, but change it is. There were some things that changed that were expected, like my daughter graduating from school, my daughter leaving this country and going to another country to study, to live away from us. To an extent, it was expected. The first part definitely was expected because she was already in the year of graduation. The second one was semi, but then it just did happen. But then there were some unexpected changes that happened too. And as we know, human psychology is what you're longing for. If that happens as a change, it's very welcomed. But what you are not longing for or you are very comfortable with, if that changes, then it can cause a lot of pain and suffering. So I had a huge mixed bag last year. And trust me, my sailing through the last year was only because I was reading again and again and again Shrimad Bhagwat Geeta. And you all are witness to it. We were going chapter by chapter. There were days I was reading those chapters from the cafe just outside my daughter's examination center. I was reading it, trying to understand it, get into the energy of the chapter. And it was exactly happening also in my life. The struggles, the tribulations, the confusions, the questions, the inquiry, all was also happening in my life. And as Sri Krishna, the Almighty, Sri Narayan, was explaining to Arjuna, he was also giving me that strength and clarity of how to live my life. Therefore, I would say, through my own personal experience, and a very recent one, that all our scriptures, especially since I'm mentioning here Srimad Bhagavad Gita, are very, very practical, living legends. They are our living gurus, and that is why in the entire videos, the 21 videos that were created of the 18 chapters of Bhagavad Gita, I always refer to it as the living guru among us. So I didn't have to take any counseling. I didn't have to cry out for help to anyone, because I was having with me the strength, the guidance, the power, the direction, and the protection and providence of Narayan himself through Shrimad Bhagavad Gita. So just like me, you all can benefit from the learnings, from the strength, from the guidance, from the clarity Bhagavad Gita will provide to you for exactly what your circumstances are. And it has to be read again and again and again, so the learnings become our default thinking process. It's the gratitude I have for Bhagavad Gita, the learnings that I was, through the grace of God, able to imbibe, that I am so proud to share that this text, so evergreen, so fresh, so relevant, is so easily available to all of us. But like they say, the grace of God is also the grace of God. It is He who chooses who will be able to receive His grace and take interest and curiosity in learning straight from God. So give yourself that time. Give yourself that inner motivation, and see how you'll be welcomed into the lap of learning by the God Himself. It's not frivolous. It needs a lot of discipline. It needs a lot of resolution, and it also needs a little bit of surrender in the beginning. And as you see the benefits, all of this grows within you automatically. Today I was thinking of sharing about Ramayana and its significance, but I think maybe today's video is meant for Srimad Bhagavad Gita. See, this is so spontaneous that I'm letting the God take over and communicate through this video the learnings that need to be shared for the welfare of all. I'm not alone who has undergone a lot of change. I think with me, there are millions out there. Some of you who are able to watch this video, and those who haven't yet reached this video, one day, if they will, if they're meant to see it, they will resonate with what I'm saying. Change is never easy for anyone. But Honestly speaking, change is the law of nature. Day changes into night, winters change into spring, spring changes into summer, and the cycle goes on. Even the cycles are disrupted by unknown calamities. So, both known change and unknown change is a part and parcel of everyone's life. Just close your eyes and think, what has 2004 meant for all of us? What has it meant for you in the areas of personal life, in the areas of professional life, in the areas of your relationships, in the areas of your family life, in the areas of your own personal, very, very private, emotional life? You will observe there have been some changes that you were always looking forward to. And there were some changes that startled you. And there were some changes that pleasantly surprised you. And you're so lucky and so happy for them. You're very fortunate to have that mixed bag, because you know what? Through this mixed bag, there has been growth of different types, of different layers that has happened in you in 2024. And these scriptures, especially today, since we are focusing on Shrimad Bhagwat Geeta, if you are doubtful about any situation in your life and you open Bhagwat Gita, whatever shlok you are able to read and interpret and understand in the language that you're familiar with, you will realize it gives you answers to your problems. It gives you answers to your doubts. Such is the power, such is the potency of this transcendental text. Try it in your life. And for those who have read Bhagavad Gita, I would request them, if you have read it academically and you think you understand it, please try and go back and read this text again this year. You will realize there are a lot of things you're learning every time you're reading it. And that learning will uplift you, it will energize you, and it will give you a lot of strength and a lot of positivity to live your life in the way you're meant to live. Maybe you don't desire to live, but you're truly, truly meant to live. Such is the potency of this transcendental text, and I for sure can vouch for it. Bhagavad Gita stood through me through these times in the form of a living guru within my heart, within my mind, within my breaths, to coach me, guide me, take care of me, very compassionately, teaching me what is right and what is not. A clarity of vision to see things as they are. With that, I would like to end this video on this wonderful note of thanking Sri Narayanji to bless this video with his energy. As I said, I was actually planning to really talk about Sri Valmiki Ramayana, and that's how I had started this video, but I think there was something powerfully coming through and I didn't want to obstruct it. I wanted to surrender to it, and that's when I would like to end it by putting this nice thing that so aptly would be a right ending or conclusion to this video, and that is, if you really, really want to be happy and fulfilled in life and live in the grace of God, then understand that what is truly ego. Ego is edge God out. And the best way to conquer your ego is to let go and let God. Just like today, we let go and we let God speak through us and speak what He wanted to share and let us all know. Just like that in life, if you're stuck somewhere and you really don't know what is the right solution, just remember these two lines. It is your ego that is the obstruction, which is you have edged God out. So, what should you do at that moment to get unstuck and flow with life? Let go and let God. You will probably get an intuition, an insight, or maybe your someone trusted and respectful in your family will give you an advice. Some way God will speak to you. So just let go and let God. Om Namo Narayana. Om Namo Bhagwate Vasudevaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Thank you, people.